Early in my term, I announced a major plan to provide millions of working families with debt relief for their college student debt. Tens of millions of people in debt were literally about to be canceled, their debts. But my MAGA Republican friends in the Congress, elected officials, and special interests stepped in and sued us, and the Supreme Court blocked it. But that didn't stop me. I announced we were going to pursue alternative paths for student debt relief for as many borrowers as possible. And that's the effort that's been underway the last 2 years. This kind of relief can be life-changing for individuals and for their families. And it's good for the economy as a whole. By freeing millions of Americans from the crushing debt of student loan programs, it means they can finally get on with their lives instead of their lives being put on hold. They can think about buying a house, starting a home, starting a family, having a family future that they can enjoy.
There's been a lot of back and forth between the administration and Democrats here on Capitol Hill about student loans and canceling student loan debt.
Mm-hmm.
Each has said, well, the president can do this by executive order. The president said, oh, let's do it by legislation. Can you explain why the administration and Democrats in Congress pushing for this are fighting this out this way? Why, I mean, it would seem there's not the votes to pass the bill. Is that in fact the case? Is that why Congress is...
No. Well, thank you for your question. It's so refreshing to get a question on substance and process, but not responding to whatever. Here's the thing. People think that the President of the United States, is this more on the subject than you ever want to know? Well, you'll let me know. People think that the President of the United States has the power for debt forgiveness. He does not. He can postpone, he can delay, but he does not have that power. That has to be an act of Congress. And I don't even like to call it forgiveness because that implies a transgression. It's not to be forgiven. Just freeing people from those obligations. So the question of who gets forgiven, to use the term of art that is out there, is a debate. Do we use whatever money there is for the broadest base of support of those with more people with even less debt or fewer people with more debt? That's a policy discussion. But the difference between the president can't do it. So that's not even a discussion. Not everybody realizes that, but the president can only postpone, delay, but not forgive.
And that said, following up, what would be the parameter and what would be fair to those who have incurred major debts, repaid them, or are still working to do so? Yeah. And then if, say, something were to go through, say, okay, this group had to pay and this group...
Yeah, well, there you are. You've described it very well.